Welcome back to another episode of Behind the Cards. I'm Alec, this is my partner Zach, and today we're going to talk a little bit about Magic today. There's a lot going on. We're going to talk a little bit about Dragonstorm, kind of our thoughts, where prices are sitting at right now. We think we're about a month away from release. We're going to talk a little bit about Final Fantasy, what's going on, what's the pricing looking like, is the hype still there? And then we also want to talk a little bit about Aether Drift, the new Spider-Man set that's coming out. And we're going to talk a little bit about the newest Universes Beyond confirmed set, Halo. Let's get into it. Alrighty, well, let's talk Dragonstorm. What are we looking like? What's the market looking like? What are your thoughts?
So, I don't know if you've seen the chart on the prices for the collector booster boxes, but it was like this, down, 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 up. And it was like, when it first came onto TCG, it was like probably like $240 a booster box for collectors, right?
Okay.
Went down probably like $225, and then the actual like teasers for the cards came out, $300, $325.
Yeah, I'm not shocked.
So, and that's where they sit right now, is 300 plus right now for a collector booster box. And I remember Rudy from Alpha Investments talked about it on a recent video. Basically, people being like, it's not going to be a good set. No hype behind it. Alex shaking his head because Alec was one of those believers.
I've been saying it from day one.
And the release came out, and then everyone's like, this is the best set of the year. And I was like, okay, I guess we just flip-flopped from worst to best.
Of course.
Just like that.
It's dragons and magic. It's gonna do good.
I think it's on its own plane too, isn't it? It's just a familiar plane.
We're going back to Tarkir.
Yeah.
Last time we saw Tarkir was back in I think it was like 2016, 17, somewhere in that range, if I recall correctly. I might be off on that. But it's been a while, and dragons have always been good. I mean, dragons and magic, it is. Yeah, they're great. Well, and they're fun. Dragons are awesome, and let's talk about this. Dude, they got some heat coming with this set. There's some awesome dragon cards that are insane. There's an enchantment that's gonna be coming out. I forget the name of it, and it makes it so that any dragon spells, so that's creatures, instants, sorceries, whatever, no longer have a mana cost. You just get to freaking play them. Awesome. I cannot wait. And for my buddy over there at Paramount Games, dude, I'm swinging in with some dragons for your stupid wall deck, all right? I'm coming for you, bro. I'm coming for you in that wall deck with those dragons. I'm so stoked. I can't even tell you how excited I am. But yeah, Dragonstorm's gonna be a good one. We're excited. Prices are looking to be pretty steady then, or what's your prediction on release?
So on release, I think they're gonna teeter down probably close to 300-ish.
Okay.
And then on release, I do see them going probably down to like 280, 270. If it goes below 270, I'd be really shocked.
Okay.
But I say that's probably a good deal if you're getting it for 270 because prices are gonna go up on it. If
Sweet.
it's already hype behind the set, prices have already gone really high. I also predict that, but I can't 100% know because Aether Drift had a similar chart where on release it had a big spike, and then people didn't like the set.
That's true.
So the market rejected it, unfortunately. But it's no Murders of Karlov Manor.
No, not even close.
No, not even close.
Not even close.
Going to be curious to see how that set goes.
Aether Drift's been an interesting one. That's the only set that we've ever sold in our entire time selling. That's the only one that we've ever had collector boxes left over. I don't think we've ever not sold out of collector boxes.
Yep.
So that's been pretty wild. We did really good with the commander decks, and we did really good with the finish line bundles. Those sold really well. But other than that, I mean, even our play boxes, we moved some, but it wasn't our normal volume.
Wasn't a lot.
Yeah, so that was interesting. But let's talk about Final Fantasy. Our price is going down, and do you feel like the hype is still there?
So to answer your first question, prices are coming down, but I think it was healthy because when it first released to TCG, I mean, there was guys trying to sell their collector booster boxes for $1,000. Okay,
That's crazy.
People were buying it. Don't be that person.
It was that early on.
They're already back down to like $608. And again, with my prediction, I I told you expect kind of Modern Horizons 3 type of hype, where or even more. I do think they're either going to maintain at 600 or go down to like 500 at the most.
That's still so
I
crazy.
think there's a lot of hype. And so to answer your second question, yes, there's still a lot of hype for the set.
Yeah.
Everywhere I go, like I was literally just at GameStop today, and the chick was like, "Hey, like if you buy more of this, the store gets more allocation for Final Fantasy." And I was like, "Oh, that's cool. I mean, cool." And people are talking about it clearly. So,
yeah. Cool.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. Can't wait for it.
That'll be good. I'm excited to see. I'm definitely planning on grabbing some of those collector commander decks. I think those are going to be a fun one to hold on to. I think that would be just really fun to kind of keep right alongside my 40K collector decks. I really enjoyed those, and I think these is probably going to be another big one for me to grab. So, and I think those are going to be expensive too.
The Final Fantasy collector commander decks are still at $1,200.
My God.
They have not moved.
That's crazy.
Those have maintained. Well, I mean, each deck is $400 to $600.
Yeah, I guess it makes sense.
Crazy.
That's just nuts to think for commander decks.
The non-collector decks,
Even
for all 4 of them, they're going for $350.
That's so crazy still. Isn't
that crazy?
That's like I don't even think, because Bloomborough didn't even get that high when it was running out of market, wasn't it?
Pretty cool. Well, actually, Bloomborough got up there pretty high, actually.
Did it?
Yeah, I think the 350 specifically.
Oh, wow,
for the whole case.
Jeez.
Well, I mean, when Scrolled Away it was going for like, I think about $200, 180, 200. That helps a lot to get there. So, yeah.
That's true. Yeah, it's interesting. Final Fantasy is going to be crazy. Brace for impact with your wallets, because that's going to be.
That's a big, expensive set. I would consider that a luxury set.
Oh yeah.
If that does exist in Magic, if it didn't before, it does
definitely.
now. So
Definitely does.
Only spend it if you got the money. Obviously, if you don't want to commit to the seal, just buy singles, guys. If you just get what you like.
Agreed.
You know, you don't have to be getting a collector booster box, because like $600 for a collector booster box, like
that's a lot of money.
That's a lot of Pokemon boxes, booster boxes. So
that's a car payment. So
expensive one too.
Yeah.
Not cheap.
No, it's crazy. This is gonna be a very expensive set. I'm actually really curious to see the set that comes out after Final Fantasy. I'm curious to see if that takes a hit at all because of how expensive Final Fantasy is and how many people want to get.
What is the set after Final Fantasy?
Oh,
it's not Spider-Man.
I think it might be actually Tarkir or.
We'll have to look at it.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly.
Yeah.
I think it might be.
But the set after, if it's Spider-Man, that's also a big hype set.
Spider-Man's gonna be crazy. I'm super excited for Spider-Man personally. I think it looks good, dude. I love the art. The art is so good. Just some of the stuff that they've released for it. Even just the box art. The box art is sick. I love the box art.
The box art's so cool.
And so I'm actually pretty stoked about it. I think Marvel's fan base and Magic probably mesh quite a bit. So I don't think the set will do bad. I don't know that it'll do phenomenal. But
I was gonna say I'm probably more skeptical than you.
I don't think
because you say
bad.
It meshes well. I actually don't think it meshes.
No, I don't think so.
No.
I think the only reason
it's gonna be another Doctor Who situation.
I don't think so though, because here's my other thing though. Think about all the Marvel fans, like really deep Marvel fans that you know.
Okay.
How many of them have collectibles? How many of them collect statues or comics?
True, but they're not
things
collecting
like
Magic.
Not necessarily, but now they're getting a reason to.
Yeah, I guess.
Same reason you got all these people. I mean, we had a comment on one of our videos just recently. Somebody said that they're really excited to learn how to play Magic, and they're learning to play Magic right now because of Final Fantasy, because they're a huge Final Fantasy fan. So I don't think it's a bad audience mesh. It's nothing like Doctor Who, I don't think. But I guess we'll see.
Obviously, Marvel's a bigger IP than Doctor Who.
True.
Yeah.
True.
So maybe I'm wrong.
But I don't know. I mean, we'll see. Especially if that is the set that comes out after Final Fantasy, I don't think that's going to be a super fair representation of how well that set would actually do, because I feel like there's going to be so many people that are going to be recouping from spending all that money. That's just so expensive. Even just single chasing that set's going to be nuts. So, I don't know. I'm excited for it just as a fan. I think it's going to be really cool. I think the art's awesome. Some of the auxiliary products they're going to do. They're bringing back scene boxes with this one, just like they did with the Lord of the Rings set. So I am excited about that. I think it's just one scene box, though. I don't think they're doing multiple like they did with Lord of the Rings, but I'm definitely planning on grabbing one of those for myself so I can have that in the office as well.
Yeah.
Display, but
pretty cool stuff.
I love it. So, yeah, I guess to kind of on the Universes Beyond vein, they announced a new IP that they're bringing on for Universes Beyond for next year, and it's been a topic of heated debate amongst us. They're bringing in Halo for the Universes Beyond set for next year, I believe. And I don't know, dude. I don't think it's going to do very well.
I agree with you completely. I don't think the set's going to do nearly as good as other sets have been doing. Halo's just really specific, I feel. Kind of like Doctor Who. It's just a little too specific, especially because there's just not a whole lot more of Halo fans anymore.
Well, it's hard because Halo is not the powerhouse that it used to be. All the way down to studios and creative ideas. I mean, look at the TV show. Look what they did to my boy in that TV show.
I know.
They were like, episode 1, I am the Master Chief. Let me just take my freaking helmet off and oh, by the way, I'm this guy now. It's a whole thing.
So, respectfully, fuck 343, because that's the company you're talking about.
Yes.
Okay, so they just butchered it. Like, they had Halo 4, which was 5 was even more and then, like, I don't know, man. Everything's been so bad. The gods of Bungie provided a simple recipe for Halo, and 343 still fucked it up because they wanted to put their own spin on it. Okay, they didn't have to. They didn't have to. So if I see any of the 343 shit on these cards, it's going to be rejected by the market. Or all the old school Halo boys are going to be like, just more 343 bullshit.
Like, oh great,
Excellent.
Not touching this.
Thank you, Microsoft. Appreciate it, dude. Like, seriously.
I told you guys. This has been a heated conversation since we've talked about it. But
there's going to be a card with Master Chief with his helmet off. Like, Jesus Christ,
dude,
man.
That would be crazy. Could you imagine? They would just blow up the IP like that. They're like, screw it.
They might, dude.
Honestly, knowing Wizards of the Coast, they're probably like, that's a great idea. Oh, dude.
343, if you're watching this, please don't get any ideas. Don't do it.
Surrender the IP.
Just don't do it.
Give it to someone else.
Give it to someone else.
Dude, what would be crazy is, do you know if they have an exclusive license for Halo?
They do.
Do they?
Yeah, Microsoft's got it.
What if, no, not Microsoft, but what if, like, you know how EA had the like exclusive licensing rights for a long time for Star Wars?
I did not know that.
Oh yeah, they did until they absolutely butchered it after years of butchering it.
Sure.
And being EA and being greedy, but
yeah.
I'd be interested to see if that something similar happened with Halo, where a studio who actually cares about the IP and actually wants to do right by their fans got a hold of it and actually produce something good.
Yeah.
But
Halo Infinite, when it first came out, I know we're just still talking about Halo, which is not nothing to do about cards, but like when Halo Infinite came out, at first it was really, really good, but then nothing happened. They didn't release more maps. They didn't interact with their community at all. The game died, non-surprisingly, and they're coming out with tournaments and stuff, and I'm just rolling my eyes, being like, guys, you took too long to follow up the hype. You guys had something going, and then you still messed it up.
Some studios just can't be trusted with those IPs, man.
They can't.
Some people just don't. It's like they get the recipe for gold. It's like the Lord of the Rings show for Amazon. They literally had the world's biggest IP for anything fantasy. You couldn't mess it up. You literally couldn't mess it up. The source material. There's literally books and books and books of material and things that you can do, and just, the lore is written out to a T. There are literally people that study that for a living, the lore of Lord of the Rings. You couldn't have messed it up, and they somehow managed to do that. How? How do you do that? I don't understand it. And so I think that's another thing too, where it's like people are scared of IPs getting TV shows. They're scared of them getting movies because these studios and these places that are getting them don't care about the IP. It's all about just how can I make this. Usually I feel like it's usually trying to push a certain narrative, or it's usually just like how can I take this and make it the worst version of itself.
Yeah.
I think the only exception to that is the Last of Us TV show.
Yeah.
I think that was actually good.
HBO doesn't mess around.
Well, dude, but not only that, but they made sure that what's his face, the director for the game, the guy that made it, he, as part of him allowing HBO to do it.
Oh, they consulted him.
He said, I have to be a producer. I have to make sure that this is done correctly. And he said out of the gate, he was ripping pages out of the script. He was like, absolutely not, absolutely not. I will not allow that. And I think
the show's phenomenal, by the way.
Yeah, and it was super good. They killed it. They totally knocked it apart. Could have picked a better Ellie, but she did a good job. But yeah, no, I think that has to happen. And I think even for anything coming into Magic, I feel like certain IPs are gonna have to be a little bit more strict with what creative freedom they give WotC, because
here's something I know and think about often. You may think a big company who has a lot of money is gonna kill it. But then you watch it, and then it's not always really good.
Sure.
For example, like Disney and the most recent trilogy of Star Wars movies. They have all the money in the world to kill it with the movie, but they still made 3 of the worst, horrendous Star Wars movies. Like, they don't even compare to the other 6, basically.
Agreed.
So money is not the sole reason why you should think it's good.
It's true.
They have to care.
Yeah.
So if the people at Wizards of the Coast care about Halo and making it good, I have good hopes, but I'm doubtful.
I am too. I'm
skeptical.
I don't think it's gonna be good.
Yeah. I imagine a Halo collector booster box. Like, it just sounds a little too weird to me, you know? I don't mean to shit on this whole thing, but like,
well, let's continue anyway.
But I just don't see it doing any good.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a rough one. I don't know.
And I'll say I'm wrong. If we get there and it's a banger, I will full admit I'm wrong. I'm still not gonna say thank you 343. Never gonna come out of my mouth. But you know.
Yeah, I guess we'll see. I mean, we're a ways out, obviously, on that, but that will be an interesting one. I don't know. I'm a little worried that WotC's also just getting a little IP happy, and it's just like, any big name IP, let's bring it on. Even if it doesn't, I mean, none of them make sense, right? Because it's all Universes Beyond, but I think there are some IPs where I'm like, okay, I get Lord of the Rings.
Yes,
that's a great idea. That was a great fit.
Probably their best one.
You know what I would actually really love to see?
Okay.
This might be a hot take. Star Wars.
I think you told me this before. And
Star Wars Magic the Gathering set would be sick. I want an Anakin Skywalker Planeswalker.
I feel like Star Wars makes more sense than Halo.
And not only that, agreed. Not only that, I would love to see a turn-based timer land for the Death Star. So it comes out as like a colorless land, artifact land or something, right?
Okay.
And if you can charge it up like 10 turns, you win the game.
Okay.
Something like that would be so sick, so broken, immediately banned, but awesome.
Immediately banned.
He's so
Play
cool.
with friends only.
Yeah, oh, 100%. Yeah. But like, even think of like the vehicles, right? Like, we got a lot of vehicles in Kamigawa. Like X-Wings, TIE Fighters, A-Wings, like Venators. Dude, you could do so much. There's so much fun. And just overall playability that you could bring in with Star Wars.
We actually haven't talked about this, to kind of slightly change the topic. What other IPs would you like to see for Magic to make?
I know that they did a secret layer for Walking Dead, but I think a Walking Dead set would actually be pretty cool. I think that may also be another really hot take.
That's a hot take.
I don't think a lot of people would agree with me, especially with the newer stuff, but I think like OG Walking Dead stuff would be pretty cool.
Okay.
Having some really cool, bringing in some more zombie generation would be really fun. I'm a big zombie fan, so that would be cool. What other IPs would do really well?
I feel like they've already hit a lot of the big ones.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about it, and I'm like running into...
This, I'm trying to think. I think Dark Souls would be a good one.
Oh my God, you're right.
I think that would be a phenomenal.
That would be really good, and those two mesh really well. I can definitely see that. Okay.
I think any Souls-related IP would do really well. I think a Bloodborne set would be pretty sick.
They could do a Harry Potter one.
Oh, dude, don't
I completely forgot about the Harry Potter IP.
Oh, don't say that.
Or Disney's never going to allow it, but imagine a Disney.
No, not with Lorcana.
Oh, you're right. It would never happen, but it'd be cool.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, cool. Maybe. I could see them doing like a... I could see them doing like a secret layer Disney thing.
Yeah.
Like a special edition.
Yeah. But Harry Potter?
Dude, don't say that.
That could happen.
Oh, I hope WotC never hears that. I hope no one tells them that's a good idea.
Yeah.
That would be awful. Not even close. I'm trying to think what other sets would be good. What other IPs? I'm trying to think of like games that I like. It wouldn't do well, I don't think, but I would love to have some. Maybe I'll have to see if there's proxies out there. But a Last of Us, like the video game version, I would love that. Even if it was like a limited secret layer.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of The Last of Us, and that would be sick.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That'd be interesting. I'm curious to see. I'm sure we'll find out here in the next couple of years what we're gonna get. So please, oh my gosh, please no Harry Potter. That would kill me, dude. I'd die inside. That would be the next Karlov Manor.
You already know they're probably gonna do it.
I know.
The IP's that good. Considering the hype from, what was the game of Harry Potter that came out?
The Hogwarts Legacy.
Yeah, Hogwarts Legacy.
That was a great game.
It'd be a good cash grab for WotC. It really would.
Oh my gosh, and then they're remaking that stupid show. Oh, they might actually
there it
do
is.
that.
They might actually do it near the release of the show.
No.
On purpose. 2026, everybody, here it comes.
That show's gonna bomb too, bro. No. Oh, this has been quite the episode. Wow. Golly, I hope that doesn't happen. But anyways, well, I think that's it for us on this one. We'll catch you guys on the next one. See ya.